Hello and welcome back to our second part of this Year Zero mini playtest for the second edition, where we're kicking the tires and seeing what works, what needs to change. Well, I am looking at what needs kicking the tires and seeing what needs to change. You two are just enjoying a Star Wars ship crawl. If you are coming in now without having watched the first part, then please stop the video and check the description. There's a link to the previous episode in there. It is a 3-hour actual play, so be prepared for that. This one's probably going to run about the same unless we can finish it up a bit early. There won't be a third part, so if we kind of don't get close to getting a kind of a clean ending, we'll just narrate how it ends. Because I don't really want to take this beyond a two-shotter, if that makes sense. So yeah, just to do a quick recap, to save my voice, we actually were meant to be having a live stream 2 weeks ago, but I've been sick with a kind of chest infection and a cough and stuff. It's still not completely gone, so just to save my voice a little bit, does one of you want to do a little recap of the last session, especially focusing on how we left it?
Do you or should
You have your notes prepared? Like, should
I?
we
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
on
sure.
that?
Go on,
Yeah,
Mr.
we are a little.
Secretary.
Right, we are a little rebel cell covering as the crew of a trader, a freighter, and we were the ones who were closest to a signal emitted from what identified itself as a imperial frigate. Imperial Medical Frigate with a signal, but this was sort of scrammed, and we couldn't didn't get much out of it. But yeah, we were the only ones next to it, and we decided to investigate and came into the remnants of a battlefield between Imperials and probably some sort of rebel aligned forces. So, because there's no unified rebellion right now in this part of the timeline. Yeah, the Imperial frigate was damaged and had low power, and of course, the worst was it was in a decaying orbit, so it threatened to crash into the planet one time sooner or later. Um, Yeah, we entered. I think one half of the ship was severely damaged, like ripped open to space and stuff like that. So this was one of the points where we entered in the hangar with a little craft. Our characters. Maybe we should talk about our characters. You are playing Carmen. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Dex, who is a Chadrafan ghost operative, which means I'm just 1 meter tall and look like some sort of, well, ravioli with a spacesuit and a bat hat. Yeah, I'm
Space
teeny
ravioli.
tiny. And yeah, I'm just a little guy with particularly sticky fingers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am Gavo Squeed, a former art student, enfant terrible, and passionate duelist whose life took a turn for the better or worse when his little brother got arrested during a student protest, and he'd become sort of political. He became politically aware. Let's call it like that, and joined the rebellion. And then we have our captain, Matt. That's your GMPC.
Yeah. GM so I'm not really doing this co-op. I'm still doing this as a GM session, but just for a third person to have around to round out the skill set. The captain of this little crew, who's a Twi'lek spacer, Nira, and she likes to shoot her guns. Her conviction there is all problems can be solved with violence. Yeah, and basically, what if you can't remember the rules? We'll come onto them as we play, but it's pretty straightforward. There's 6 attributes at the bottom there, and that's your dice pool, and you get 1 or 2 extra depending on whether you have your career comes into play, and if you have any gear that can help as well, and help. Yep. So that's the crew.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we discovered first a cargo bay of fuel cells for TIE fighters and decided to to pack one crate of them onto our little craft, and take one battery cell with us, because we are in 0G, like a balloon on a line.
Yeah.
We crawl through the lower decks of the ship, activated the reactor, I suppose, and parked my astromech unit down there next to the controls of one of the two reactors, so we can switch on the power or part of the power when needed. And then took the elevator up to directly up to the upper decks, like where the bridge is and the officers' mess and stuff like that. And I think your character, Dex, activated the elevator, and we went up there, still in 0G, and encountered two. Do you want to say something, Carmen?
Yeah, one thing maybe to mention is that we already in the lower decks got suspicious because there was a hangar deck with TIE fighters and much more weaponry on this ship as you would probably use for a medical vessel. And so we kind of felt like something was wrong here.
Yeah. And also, like, this medical vessel was on its own, but not part of a larger convoy, but obviously capable of operating.
There could have been another convoy. There was, I think what I'd said was there was no obvious wreckage from like a Star Destroyer, so there could have been other frigates or smaller like capital class ships that have been maybe completely destroyed. There's a lot of debris, but Star Destroyers tend to like not completely destroy in the Star Wars universe. They tend to have the iconic like, you know, the tower, the deck tower still is like you can still see it. So yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay. We went up to the upper decks and encountered in the still 0G mess hall 2 stormtroopers with like probably jetpacks or space troopers.
Space troopers, yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Space troopers, yeah.
Yeah, we had some sort of epic fight against them. I know that Dex really dealt a lot of damage here, while Gavo did mostly detract them from their targets. But yeah, we managed to put them down. I think Nira got a little bit hurt. I'm hurt, of course, and I'm really stressed also.
Same.
And I think then we after this encounter was we succeeded, then we went on to the bridge, and I think we restored gravity, artificial gravity, and surprised a very distracted Imperial officer desperately trying to get through his signal, his SOS signal, and well, before he could even really ask who we are, I shot him in his knee, and we accessed the control panels. We learned that this is a prison transport. None of the prisoners is, in fact, my younger brother. And then we got another signal, incoming call from pirates that were closing in on the ship, and that we couldn't defer from entering. We did our best. I think we put all the little turrets and defense systems on, but yeah.
Well, I was also on the turbo laser batteries, and like I was at the gunnery station and I was shooting at it with skill rolls, and I think I might have done a little bit of damage, but I didn't do enough to blow them out of the sky.
Yeah.
And then they docked.
Yeah.
And that's where we left it.
Yep. That's where we left it.
Exactly.
So just to add a little bit more detail there, the ship manifest that you found, that Gavo found, was that there were 9 prisoners and plus 4 frozen in carbonite. And I think we kind of determined that they're probably on the middle deck, because that's generally where the like medical center would be. It's usually engineering on the bottom, crew on the top, and the purpose of the whatever the ship is for is usually in the middle, where you've not been yet.
Okay.
Okay. So we left it. I think I can't remember exactly where we left it. I tried to watch the end of the last one, but kind of ran out of time. So from memory, I think we knew that they had docked the pirates, and I think we stopped it there.
Exactly.
Does that line up with what you guys remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so.
Good. Then that's where we left it then. And so this officer is, lying wounded on the deck, whimpering to himself. Time is probably of the essence right now because of pirates. What we'll know about pirates is that they're probably going to try and come to the deck, to the bridge, to secure the vessel. So they're probably headed straight for us right now. The power on the ship we've turned the power back on. We've pushed the ship out of its decaying orbit, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But we can still, unless they go to the reactor, the engineering bay where the R2 unit or the astromech unit is controlling the power. We could probably do something with the power to try and slow them down or something.
Yeah. Can we shut the doorways?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We should
bulwarks,
also probably be able to monitor them, or is there a camera installment to have a little bit of overwatch of that vessel?
Does Star Wars have it? Star Wars doesn't really have CCTV for some reason.
I'm not sure if this is something that is.
In canon, it's like you've got Han and Luke running around the inside of the Death Star, and nobody knows where they are.
That's true.
So I'd like to say it. I mean, for sci-fi, it totally to be able to tell, do a scan and figure out where the life forms are and all that kind of stuff. But they don't. It's not really a Star Wars thing.
Little droids that relay
the mouse
information
droids
that we could start. This little.
We can make a little luck roll to see if we can track down any mouse droids that are still. You know what the mouse droids are?
Yeah, absolutely. There's little guys
Jacob?
you can
They're the little
trip over.
They're like the little black square yeah.
No, that's just
and on wheels.
It's
Yeah.
just this little small thing running around.
Little Roomba guys, yeah. Oh yeah.
So make a roll. Let's make it 50-50 because there's been a lot of damage to the ship. Quite a lot of the ship has been blown out into space, so it's I think 50-50. You have to roll 4, 5, or 6. 4, 5, or 6 is yes. That there are some.
Okay. That is a 6.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, a 6 is the best you can roll, right? So we can say that there's on every deck, maybe there is still a complement. They're like Roomba, to use the Roomba analogy. They're in their little docking stations, just awaiting orders. And we maybe have maybe there's 6 of them, 2 on each level.
All right. Yeah, I would like to send them out and see if I can get
use them as spies
on the pirates. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe numbers. I don't know if there could if this little things can transfer a picture. It doesn't have to be complete or anything, but I'm not sure about that.
What they would probably do is they would probably go back and have to stick their little port into the thing, rotate it, like an astromech does, and transmit their data manually to us or to the R2 unit. I keep saying R2, the astromech unit that we have. So we'll kind of try and keep it Star Warsy. So they'll have to kind of spy on them. Then they'll have to rush back to a port. And I'm assuming that there's little Roomba-sized ports, Roomba height ports for these mouse droids all over the place, so they can kind of relay information back to the ship. And it's not. I mean, I totally think it's a good idea to close all the bulkhead doors so that there's no. It's more difficult for them to travel through. Obviously, one half of the ship is blown out, so they could just spacewalk, even spacewalk up to this deck if they that. I mean, that's what I would do if I was trying to get onto the deck of a ship and the ship is partially destroyed and someone's closed all the doors.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
So if we look at the map, I think I don't think we need to make any rolls for it. I think let's make a roll, I guess. I'm playing this half like it's a solo game or a co-op game. This luck roll I'm talking about is really like consulting an oracle in solo games. So if we kind of treat it like that, I'll stop saying luck because luck is an actual meta currency. In Year Zero Mini, we have luck points. So let's call it. Let's ask the oracle. So we'll ask the oracle: are the pirates going to are they going to hop into space to try and get to the bridge? And I think the likelihood needs to be likely, right? So that would be rolling 2 dice and keeping the higher value if it's likely. And the way it tends to work is a 4 or 5 is a yes, a 6 is an extreme yes, and a 1 is an extreme no. So the only way that they're not going to be coming is if I roll 2 dice and I'm rolling, 3s or lower on it. I got 2 2s. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, probably just a scouting troop or something like that, right?
Or maybe they're just stupid.
Maybe they're just stupid. Yeah. Or maybe there's something blocking. Who knows? For whatever reason, we're kind of we'll say that like the mouse droids are keeping an eye on them, and they're trying to cut through the bulkheads. Also trying to hack the door controls too. So they're in the landing bay. So if we look here on the map, we've got this green oval, which is our ship, and we can make another oval. We'll put it on this side, and this will be the pirate ship. We'll make it a little bit more like a different shape slightly. We'll make it like reddish. Okay. Okay. So what are we going to do?
All right.
We've bought ourselves some time. The pirates, for some reason, aren't spacewalking up to the bridge. They're trying to just go through. Maybe they're trying. Oh, I mean, it could be that they're trying to get. They kind of know the layout of these ships. Maybe they're trying to get to the reactors or to the engineering to control the power. Because if they can do that, then they can activate the turbo lifts and all sorts of other stuff. So, because if they're pirates, they might want to actually steal the ship too. Bear that in mind.
There's no sense. I wonder if I just pull back the astromech and let the astromech disable the reactor or the power circuit, and then make him redraw back to us. But first, I think maybe we could. I say, let's check the manifesto. Maybe we can free some prisoners, get some new fighting hands for the cause. And just check. Try not to release the ultra violent murderers. Just like, yeah.
So the manifest, you had a single success when you were kind of checking the manifest or checking the databases, and all you had was a manifest of names, and 4 of them were marked in like a extremely dangerous category of being frozen in carbonite. But the names are kind of, they're just a mix of names. If you wanted to know the names, I'd just be making them up. There's nothing like special. There's not like a name like Han Solo or anything like that. Nothing that anybody would recognize. They would just be random names.
Okay.
Sure.
But
so nothing that we recognize. And you made a luck test or like an oracle test to see if your brother was on the manifest and he wasn't. So we know he's not your brother. Bearing in mind this is an Imperial prison ship, the likelihood that there are rebels in the prison are also probably kind of high. Even the dangerous ones. I mean, you said murderers, but they might be like high profile rebels. Technically murderers, right? Because they're murdering
we are heroes.
Imperial
That's
soldiers, terrorists or whatever they want to call them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But I can't see like the I know the data to each prisoner. Just can't glance over it, right? because I did.
I think
only
I
one
don't
success.
I don't like re-rolling tests over and over
Sure,
until you kind of get the successes you need. So I think
Yeah, no,
that
no.
maybe there's some corrupted data or something. So that's I just say no. We don't know exactly the information on them.
Okay.
So-
Can we release them from the bridge, or do I have to go down to the lower decks to the middle decks? To
No,
release
you
them
can't
manually?
release them from the bridge. You have
Okay.
to go down. You can see like a little layout of the ship. In fact, from here,
Mhm.
let's do this. Let's delete.
Oh,
this
cool.
Here, and so you can see this kind of layout here. If
Mhm.
you can see that now in the middle. If I unlock one of these to copy it very quickly, let's duplicate. What you can see here is labeled as the guard room.
Mhm.
The cell blocks are 18 through 25 at the top. Those 8.
Mhm.
And then the other rooms we have are an armory.
Mhm.
We have a medical ward. Or we could say medical bay. Control Shift L. There we go. Did that work? Nope. Control Shift L. I'm locking my Bitwarden vault. Okay. And then we also have. So there's another medical bay over on the side. So 17 is also another medical bay. And at the bottom, we have the carbonite storage.
Mhm. Oh, there's a damaged room. Interesting. Yeah.
Well, we can. I
see.
mean, I'm happy to play around with these a little bit. We can say that the armory is partially damaged, but I like the idea that the carbonite thing is damaged. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's what it looks like. We got again cell blocks at the top. On the turbo lift, obviously
Yeah.
at the bottom too.
Yeah. Like spacesuits would probably be in the armory, right?
They probably have no spacesuits would probably be on the engineering deck at the bottom. There's probably here on the top deck as well because the escape pods are on the top deck. They're probably more likely to have armor, riot gear, that sort of stuff for handling prisoners.
Okay. Okay, but good would be good to know then how much pirates there are. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's can one of you make an oracle test? Does the mouse droid does the mouse droid successfully that's kind of like near the which room are they in? We could say that they've made it. We'll say by the time we shut everything down, they're in the cargo control, and that's where the mouse droids are actually like plugged in because that's kind of like the main place you'd have like droids like that. So by the time they open the cargo control, we can have the two mouse droids kind of trying to be a bit trying to be stealthy in two different corners. Just like do they find anything? And I think we'll just make it a straight up 50-50, no likelihoods here. Like before the pirates spot them and like blast them or something. So just one of you make an oracle test. So we're looking for 4, 5, or 6.
1 die per robot?
Just 1 die in total. Do they discover anything?
Okay. That is a 4.
Okay. So that's just yes, they do. They transmit back that there are well, I rolled a d6 and rolled a 1. That doesn't seem right.
There's one pirate.
There's a single pirate.
The big one.
I mean, what do we think? It's like a crew. It's a crew of pirates. They're trying to take over a frigate. I don't know. There's probably like a handful of them at the least.
Yeah, 5, 6.
Yeah,
5 or 6 at least. Yeah.
So let's say
kids
there's
on
6. Let's say there's 6. Yeah. Okay. And we could treat them. We could try and kind of treat them narratively as well, rather than having the three of us fighting 6 individual people. There are rules in Year Zero Mini for handling, just like in Things from the Flood and Tales from Loop, for handling extended conflict. So we can kind of treat that as like a single roll with lots of successes needed, and see what we get out of it if we have like a showdown with them or something.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of fun to do anyway, just to highlight it for people who aren't familiar, who are watching. So, okay. All right. So that's what we've discovered. So they're trying to break their way in. They're currently, let me just make a little circle for the pirates. We'll make them blue, I guess. Just doesn't really matter what color they are. So that's the pirates. Can you guys see that?
Mhm. Yeah.
All right. And they're in the cargo control, being secretly spied on by the mouse droids. And because a 4 is almost a no, I think maybe they've spotted one of them and got blasted it. The other one is like managed to transmit back and they haven't seen it. It's now being very quiet and very sneaky, hiding behind a crate or something.
Yeah.
Okay. So people watching
All
are
right.
basically treating that 4 as like a yes, but. Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
So what are we doing?
Okay, let's head back. Let's head down to the prison cells. Maybe equip the prisoners, some that we can convince to fight for us, and then
Oh, yeah,
drive the pirates
probably.
back. And
I just realized I haven't.
Let's-
We had a view of the ship layout, right? So we can get this. We can just very quickly write this down too. Crew quarters. We have.
yeah.
What would be next to? I've got food storage, but I want food storage. I guess this can be here. Food storage is probably the big room, right? It's probably like the pantry. What would be next to the officers' quarters that the officers have access to? Maybe it's like the officers what do you call it?
Lounge.
Lounge. Officers' lounge. There we go. That's exactly the right word. And then up at the top we have a sensor array and a comms relay. And I think we said the sensor array is damaged because we were able to use the comms in the last session. So the sensor array is basically damaged. That's the comms array. Oh, maybe it's the other way around because the comms had issues with sorry. There were issues with the comms not being like long distance comms. That's because they were damaged. Apologies. That's how it should be.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
We were able to sense that there was a ship coming.
Yeah. We could hail the vessel, but
That's right.
so
short term,
short distance.
the long distance communications are completely like evaporated. Okay, so we've got a full layout.
Yeah.
Down at the bottom, 27, 28, and 29 at the bottom of the top deck are the escape pods.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we said
maybe execute the.
Didn't we say that they were?
The
Did we say
officer?
that whether they were? Did we look at them at all last time?
No,
Mm-mm.
we went
didn't.
directly to the mess hall.
We'll count if we want to check if they're there or not. We'll do an oracle test.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we want to do?
Yeah. What should we do with the clown here? And I point to the officer. Should restrain him and keep him for later questioning.
I don't want
I
to
don't
drag him back
know.
to the
What do you
ship when
think
there's
is-
pirates.
No, there's not a later. I mean, you are the guys with the blasters.
Yeah, I mean,
Quick.
well, we are what we are, and this guy could give us vital information for the cause, right?
No. It's an Imperial officer. Just put him down like the rabid dog he is.
We could get some information out of him. Where they're going, where they're coming from.
Nira turns with her blaster and she executes him.
Okay.
I'm doing it for a luck point. All problems can be solved with violence.
Yes.
And it's going to
It's-
complicate
Yep.
things, potentially complicate things for us because maybe we could have gotten some information out of him It might have been actually better to bring him back for questioning, as you said, like asking the Rebel Alliance might want to know like why what's if this is the only medical frigate, like prison transport that's kind of covering as a medical frigate, but yeah. I just killed him.
Does he have a key card or anything to open doors along the way? Like he has full access, I suppose, because he's one of the highest ranking officers.
Sure. Yep. Key cards. Yeah.
Anything like that?
He's got
I don't
a
know
red.
if there's,
He's got a red
is
key.
Are key cards a thing? I don't think so, right? They just,
They're a thing in like
the
video game like Dark Forces. I think they had key cards because they're heavily influenced by Doom.
Yeah.
So yeah, why not? He's got a key card. He's got the red key card.
I shrug and spin my revolver, my blaster around my finger, put it back into the holster, say, "Well, clearly my thoughts come from a more civilized age," and look to you.
I kind of pat him down quickly, try to see what's in his pockets, get the key card, get a few credits or something like that.
Okay. And Nira looks at oh man, I forgot your name. Gavo looks at Gavo and says, shakes her head. "You've got a lot to learn, kid." And kind of like walks past you as she's like holstering her blaster pistol.
Just trying to use my brain, Captain.
I kind of walk up to you at a kind of hip high and be like, "Hey, I don't think that's a bad idea, but we got large problems coming for us, so I think he would be dead weight. Sorry, man."
Well, I'm not saying. Well, anyway, let's get to the prisoners, free him, and ride those pirates back. They're not that much, right? If we get rid of the pirates, we can take this cruiser to safety. All time needed.
That's true, and also
So
we maybe even gain another ship.
Exactly. We don't have to skedaddle here, Captain. And yeah.
Pirate ship, kind of silently go along.
Do you remember who was rolling for the other encounter table, by the way?
Carmen is. Space Troopers were mine.
Pirates is mine, I think.
We had Space Troopers, and the encounter table is me.
So can you make a roll for that, please?
Rolling.
Yes.
You're rolling 3 dice?
Only a d6, right?
You're 3d6 you're rolling?
3 dice. 3 d6.
And if you roll any 6s, it's going to go up.
Yeah. Alrighty. No.
No 6s. Okay. All right.
No.
Okay.
So
can I take Matt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Can I take a stim pack to reduce stress?
No, but the stress goes away when you've had a bit of time, like downtime, which we have had just now. So I think as we're kind of getting our thoughts together, I think we can put all of our stress down to 0. And you're the only one with stress.
Okay.
Stim pack is for your health.
Yeah, I got 1 harm.
I've got no doses left. I've used all of mine, and I'm still on 2 harm.
Mm-hmm. I take 1 and I throw 1 over to you.
Okay, so you got one dose left?
Yeah. 1 stim pack heals 1 harm, right?
Yep. One dose clears 1 harm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will also use a dose to clear my harm.
Yeah. Okay. So we're kind of like injecting ourselves with, space drugs, before we go, see what's going on. Alrighty.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. And the astromech probably notices when the pirates are closing into them. So the astromech will probably notice me, I suppose, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But we got the mouse droid keeping an eye on them in kind of like real time.
Okay.
So I mean, if you want, you can have your droid come back to us. What did we say about my space monkey, by the way? I was going to send it back because we weren't going to turn the power on. Did I end up sending it back?
Yeah, the space you brought the space monkey back because it can only survive 1 hour in
Okay,
vacuum.
I can't remember if I did that or not. If we, yeah. So I don't have the admiral with me.
No, but the admiral can sabotage the ship like a clever.
The admiral
little
can
monkey.
actually spy on the pirates as well.
Yeah, but
Ooh.
can't relate to you, right?
I can't give it commands from here. It's not like a psychic monkey.
Yeah.
It's be too
Yeah.
cool.
Jedi monkey.
Jedi monkey. All right.
We are searching for the Jedi here.
Alrighty. So,
Okay.
I don't want to take the lead because I'm the GM and I kind of know what's happening here a little bit. So,
Yeah. Okay. So we
I guess
take
the
the turbo
question,
lift.
the big question is, do we take the turbo lift or are we just gonna like spacewalk down to the lower level?
No, we take the turbo lift because. Oh, yeah, sure.
It would be quicker probably
I
to
mean,
spacewalk in. We're all wearing our suits.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it like boom, 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 carefully on a cracked hull of a destroyed spaceship?
Like, how about we disable the turbo lifts so far and so kind of stall them a little and we move quicker on the outside? So far they didn't have the idea.
Sure. Or we see them there. We meet them outside. Could be both the case.
Yeah, could be fun or not.
That's true. They might spot us, or we might spot them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but screw it. Let's jam the lift and head outside
Yeah.
for a little spacewalk. And
All right.
yeah.
All right. So if we go straight out the comms array, we can just kind of like walk along the whole of the ship to the like medical bay here, or even maybe to the carbonite storage, some one of those two, and enter from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's check the carbonite storage. What rogues gallery awaits us?
And we can we can control which doors are open. So I think we've said we're closing all of the doors between on the engineering deck and all the doors on the bridge deck. So if they want to get to the bridge, it's harder for them to get to the bridge, right? And we can leave all the doors open on the bottom on the prisoner deck if we want, like make sure all the doors are open.
Or we could open the doors manually down there because. Oh, you mean the doors to the cells or the doors in general?
Just all the doors inside. So we're like, if we go down to the medical bay or the carbonite storage, the doors between them are open. We can close them manually from when we're inside to like.
Yeah.
Because I think if we've opened all the doors, then you can't have gravity if you're exposed to the vacuum of space, right?
Yeah.
So the gravity is only going to work.
but not atmosphere, I suppose.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, gravity should work anyway. Yeah. Yeah, that's true with atmosphere, actually. So if we open all the doors, we're going to vent all the atmosphere out, which you might not want to do. Okay, let's just like leave them closed. But we have the red card. We have the red key card.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Then hop down to the carbonate storage.
So I guess Carmen, as we kind of are going to these different areas, I want you to roll for the encounter on the encounter table. So give me another one as we kind of get out of the comms array onto the hull here.
Nope. 2 3s and a 1.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, then I think we'll just transfer us over. Let me just move my screen a bit. Transfer us over to like here. We kind of make our way down one level. Let's ask the Oracle very quickly. I'll do it. And we'll do it with it's unlikely because we've already made a roll that the pirates were, for whatever reason, not going out into space to do spacewalk. But it's possible that maybe one of them is keeping an eye. So do we see any of the pirates when we're kind of trying to be stealthy, like going on the outside of the ship there? And it's unlikely, so I'm going to take the lower value. Unfortunately, I got a 4 and a 5. So that means we take the 4, and that's a yes, but. So yes, there is a spacer, but there's only one of them, and he doesn't see us initially, so we kind of have the drop on him. I think if we fire any blasters, it's probably going to alert people. So what do we think? We've got like we say that we can maybe each take an action simultaneously to try and maybe sort this guy out.
Mhm.
And in typical like sort of gaming fashion, I think it's fair to say there's going to be different levels of pirates. This is not the pirate captain. This is going to be like one of the lowly thugs. So he's going to be pretty easy to take out.
Mhm.
Yeah. You think, like I have this harpoon launcher attached with a rope. Can I kind of just, if I hit him right, just pull him out of the wreckage and get him up so the others can finish him off?
It's a cool idea. Get over here.
Yeah. Exactly
wait,
that.
Wait, which game are we playing? Right.
Mortal Kombat.
All right,
Finish
let's do it.
him.
Yeah, well, it's basically what we're doing,
All
right?
right. Yeah.
So,
Let's do
I think there's no benefit with us getting the drop on him. It's just the benefit is we're able to act before he starts shooting. So I think we've kind of established before that as a ghost operative, as your career, it's not quite like a gunslinger. You and I both as a smuggler captain and as the ghost operative only get a single dice for shooting stuff. So you get +1 for your ghost because you are kind of a rebel and you're kind of like a spy sort of person.
Yes.
And you are used. It's not like you're a scholar or something like that. You are kind of like, like a spy.
And stealthy stuff. Stealthy kills and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
pretty ghost operative.
You get 1 die for your harpoon launcher. And it's, I think we said it was wits, didn't we?
It was wits.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you're looking at 5
So
dice.
I'm rolling with 5 dice. Come
you only need a single success.
That is 1.
Okay. All right.
1 6.
So, yeah, I mean, basically you're kind of punching through his spacesuit as well while you're doing this, which is not going to be fun for him in a short period of time. And you kind of like hit the like auto rewind button and it starts winding in the rope and he's like, ugh. Roll a d6 to see. We'll ask the Oracle if he drops his weapon. Like if he like as he gets hit, like does he like keep hold of his weapon or not? So does he drop his weapon?
That's a 5.
That's a yes. So we can just see his weapon is just like kind of floating as he kind of like jerks and it kind of lets go of his weapon. And it kind of goes kind of slowly spinning out into space as he gets brought up. And then I think because he doesn't have his weapon, should be easy enough to take care of him. I think even with 1 success, maybe you've killed him.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or he's like you've hit him in a spot where he's like bleeding. So when you like pull your harpoon out, we just like he's kind of like injured, and we just like maybe push him into space, like up and away from the ship or something.
Exactly. That would be the way to go to dispose of the body and be like, I went fishing.
So I'm gonna keep a little tracker for how many pirates there are, and I'll start crossing them off as we pick them off one by one.
Less. I'm the murder hobo of the group.
Well, in every game we play, it feels like not things from the flood. Things from the flood.
Yeah, things from the flood. We are very responsible. And
that's true. Yeah.
Peaceful. All right.
Alrighty. So we continue on. Let's make another test for the encounter, Carmen.
Yes. Alrighty. That is a 6. So we go to confirmed.
Oh, one of the criminals was a rancor.
Oh no.
Let's say as we move along, we're kind of going to one of these areas of the ship, right? So as we enter the medical bay, confirmed. We see the we see the door of the medical bay shutting as we kind of come near it. And we're like, oh, that's strange. The door should have been shut. But it was open and now it's been shut. There's nobody in the medical bay.
Yeah, but they're probably outside the door.
There's probably somebody in the guard room. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, probably maybe we are lucky and there's still some guards in the guard room and they are kind of, working through that.
Maybe. I suggest, why don't we go to the carbonite storage, which is the next one over, and see if there's any like information on any of the, first of all, if any of them are still alive. Because it's been like partially blown out. We could say as we're looking at the cell block, we saw two, let's just say we saw two like corpses of prisoners in sort of like Imperial prisoner fatigues or like prisoner uniform, that were clearly like died from exposure to space. Yeah. So they gotten killed, and the other ones probably got sucked out or something. So we can kind of think that like maybe at least half of the prisoners that weren't in carbonite storage are probably dead. What do we think? Do you think we should go to the carbonite storage then, or do you want to go through the medical bay into the guard room?
Let's check the carbonite storage.
Yeah.
So, Carmen, make another roll, please.
Question: do people frozen in carbonite survive 0G? And lack of atmosphere? Interesting.
Because they're like they're completely sealed inside, like metal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Carmen, you rolling for make another roll for the encounter? 4 dice this time?
Yes. Oh yeah. Nope.
All right.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So we enter the carbonite storage room. I'm going to roll a dice here to ask the Oracle, are any of, well, I guess when we look inside, are there any carbonite things left? That's a 4. So yes, but, and I think it makes sense we say yes, but maybe only one is still like the lights are still active. The other ones are either destroyed or like the lights have all gone dead, like they've suffered some sort of malfunction. But one of them, the lights are still on, and they have like a little dial on the side. If you remember from Empire Strikes Back, and from Return of the Jedi, we can kind of get some like readouts in Arabish about them. So one of us goes over. I guess I can do it as the captain, maybe, or who wants to do it? Oh, actually, maybe the student, even though you're an art student. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Would probably. Well,
we can all read. I guess this isn't Warhammer Fantasy.
We all can read.
It's like, who's the academic? Oh god.
Yeah, no, but I raise an eyebrow, like judging the placement of the carbonite frozen prisoner, and then
slightly oft.
Yeah. Well,
Off
it's
center.
just like off center, next to a wall, next to the door. Doesn't shine its best light right here, but I'll take a look at the person frozen in carbonite, and then I read the.
Yeah, it's a human male. You can't really tell because of it being frozen in carbonite. It seems maybe like this person is a bit older, maybe like 50s, 60s, something like that. Not like really, really old, but kind of like close to retirement age, maybe. With a beard, maybe like a little bit bushier than mine, but full beard, bald, and a human male.
Okay, clothing, something that is
military, like it looks like the same fatigues that all the others were wearing.
Okay, like prisoner's garb or imperial
prison uniform. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
And the name on it is just some name. But there's like you get an extra readout that says, like dangerous prisoner, handle with care. Would it have information about their crime? I think so.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we're gonna say that this is a rebel mastermind.
Interesting.
Or not rebel mastermind. Maybe it says something like terrorist mastermind. I think this is before the rebellion is officially started, so they're still being treated as kind of like isolated terrorists rather than rebels.
Yeah. Interesting. We have some person of culture here. I suppose we take him with us.
Yeah.
Sometime or later.
I mean,
Yeah, he's kind of like it's like a rack kind of. If you've seen The Mandalorian, he's got this like rack of carbonite prisoners. It's kind of like that to an extent, and it's the one closest. We'll say it's the one that's closest to the door, so that's why it's kind of like the one furthest from the damage. But we can kind of unhook the others and kind of like push them out of the way, to get at it.
So,
but we can definitely get it through the bulkhead doors if we want to go through the ship, or we could just like kind of push it out into space and manually get it to the hangar bay too, however we want to do it. But yeah,
I would suppose we try to take those pirates out so we have time to get this lad down to safety, this fine gentleman. So I would suggest we keep him here for a moment.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. Can you shoot at carbonite? Does it make any damage? Can we use him as a shield?
Ooh.
I would not like to try, honestly, but
I don't know. I mean, I don't remember that ever being a thing in any of the media. But we could decide for ourselves.
Well, I think it's hard, but when stuff gets blasted off, this guy lacks a hand, or probably a head.
It can be damaged, because I mean, when Boba Fett said to Vader, like, be careful with him, he's worth to me more when he's still alive. And I think that's also referring to the handling of frozen Han Solo.
Yeah.
So it's probably like, it's not easy, but it can be damaged. Okay. So we leave the mural for a bit, and then
Okay, where are we going to go next?
To the officer's room, I suppose.
The guard room.
Let's check. Yeah, the guard room. Sorry.
Can you, while we're kind of like in checking out the prisoner and reading up about them and deciding what to do, I want Carmen, you to make another encounter test, please.
Yes, absolutely.
With 4 dice.
Yeah, that is a 6.
Alrighty. So we're going up to 5 on this one, which is
Rolling
closing.
6s, if I need them or not.
Okay. So we wave the little red card on the door to the carbonite store in the carbonite storage room, and the bulkhead door slides open. There's a moment of like atmosphere hitting us as like wind a bit, just a little bit, and then we kind of quickly move into the guard room.
Okay, so there is still atmosphere inside the guard room?
Yeah, sure.
I think so, because we said we turned the atmosphere on in the whole ship, didn't we?
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah. We kind of restored all the power. The guard didn't have, the officer didn't have any protective equipment on.
True that. But in case there are any guards in the guard room, you could
let's
wait a second and let them get sucked outside.
Sure, we can leave the door open.
I was kind of gambling if there is guards or already pirates. If they took off their helmets, that would be nice.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice actually.
So I guess does Star Wars do explosive decompression? Because it's kind of one of my bugbears. Is that actually wouldn't happen in space. Atmosphere would vent, but it wouldn't like suck things out. I can't remember if they do it in Star Wars. I think most of them do it. Oh, there's a bit in like in the Clone Wars TV series, there's a bit where like they're on Grievous's ship, and they shoot the like glass on the cockpit, and they're like hanging on while Grievous like climbs away on all his limbs.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Okay.
in I feel like in dreaded episode 8,
Yeah.
there was a moment where the bridge got hit and everybody got like, this is
Sucked out.
how Admiral Akbar sadly just died off screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
One moment of solemn quiet, please.
yes.
Remembrance of Admiral
Yeah.
Akbar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So there's explosive decompression. If we open the door and things get sucked into space,
ooh, people.
we're gonna consult the Oracle.
Alongside all the weapons.
Do any people get like come flying like out the door? A 4. Yes, but yes, but they're already dead.
Okay.
Do we see if freshly dead, like murdered, or?
Yeah, we grab one of them as they're going past and stop there because we're not being sucked out into decompression.
Yeah.
We're just standing. Things are flying past. Like oh, grab this. Yeah, it looks like. Let's actually ask the Oracle. Were they? What was the question? Did they die recently?
Yeah. Like freshly, like blaster wounds or anything like that.
I got a yes, but. What do we think?
Those are not blaster wounds, but claw marks.
Well, that's not okay. No, not claw marks, but there's no Rancor on board.
Yeah.
Or Nexu or anything like that. But they have been killed by some sort of violent trauma that definitely wasn't blaster wounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Also, one thing, like when we arrived, the energy, like only the bridge had energy, so a lot of this were malfunctioning. There is a huge percentage that prisoners are on the loose already, right?
We were able to detect that there was basic life support in parts of the ship, which is how the officer was staying alive.
True.
So it's like there was a tiny amount of power, and they were using it to keep some people alive.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Right. But still a chance that there might be prisoners on the loose. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well.
Make another encounter test, please.
Yes.
With your 5 dice now.
Cock my gun.
Oh, right. We have 5 already. Sorry. Nope. That is a no. 2 1s, a 5, 4, and a 3.
Okay. All right. So we go into the guard room, and we can see that there's close the door behind us, and we can see that there is a couple of more dead guards in the room, and there's blood. There's a lot of blood in here. It looks like something has kind of like smashed one of them against a wall. Like there's clear like blood splatter and someone slumped kind of below the wall. Maybe dragged a bit by the explosive decompression, but not quite sucked out into space. And another one at the far end near this corridor. We see another one laying down, like lying dead, lots of blood, and they've actually been ripped in half, like pulled apart. And the door there is open. It's dark beyond it in the corridor for some reason. But we can just see maybe at somewhere kind of far down that corridor, a glint of something moving, glint of metal.
Oh my! What did they have here? A Wookiee or a Trandoshian? Or a droid?
Droid.
Yeah, I cock my guns, and
I'm not sure if these are the pirates though. I don't know.
not yet supposedly, but
Well, I don't want that to happen to me or any of you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna close that door. I think I'm gonna try and sneak over there and close that door. Actually, Dex, you're good at sneaking. Can you sneak over there and close that door?
Right.
And as
I
soon as the door's
tried.
closed, the door's closed, Gavo, you and I should rush to their armory and see if we can get anything a little bit heavier.
Yes.
If there's
Yeah.
something ripping people
Please.
apart, we might need something with a bit more oomph, and maybe something that can
Oh, yeah.
can explode. To attack the pirates that are kind of below us right now.
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds
You're
like a
living
good
up
idea.
to my life's motto. Start a fire.
One question, like Jack, just out of in-universe logic. So the guard room was hit by explosive decompression, and the doorway to the cells was open. So will it be easy to assume that the prisoners were also already like suffocated in their cells, or are they
Well,
like?
the cells on the left hand side wouldn't have opened all the doors there, so those doors are probably still closed.
Okay, so those
Could
are
be
airlocked, and okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we still have a chance to free the prisoners, but
And I think it's safe to say on a prisoner transport that the what would you call it? The protocols are if there's limited life support, then it should definitely be like the guard room and the prisoner cells should definitely be getting oxygen and temperature control just so that they don't die. Whereas other things would probably be turned off.
The thing is, we don't have spare spacesuits for the prisoners. Probably, maybe there's some in the armory.
We can check at the armory. It'll be an oracle check. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Actually, in the guard room, a 6.
Oh, perfect.
The guards. We could say that there's like 3. Oh, roll d6. 1. There's one like racked spacesuit. It's imperial gray. It's got the imperial like a logo insignia like emblazoned on it. But it's in perfect. It looks like it's in perfect condition up in a corner on a rack. So we do have one spacesuit if we need it for anyone.
Okay. Okay, only one. So
yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
So let's get a
You said
sneaky...
6. I thought were 6 spacesuits, but of course, yeah, it's like a success rule of 6. Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get a sneak roll now for Dex.
Yes.
I can't remember. Did we say that cunning or was it agility? I think cunning.
Agility, I think.
Yeah. I flip flop on stealth with it being like using your cunning to be able to like know where to sneak. Agility more like balance and jumping around and dodging and stuff like that. Which I think is why we gave you a 4 for cunning. I think it's a 4, but you get a +2 for being a ghost operative.
Yes. Alrighty. Okay, let's go. Woohoo! That's 2 successes.
Okay. All right. So we can bank 1 momentum. We have, that previous momentum that was there is basically gone now. It's not going to be super sneaky that the door is closing. So whoever's on the other side is obviously going to notice the door is closing.
Absolutely.
But they don't spot you before you do it. So you manage to basically come over here. We're kind of staying on the side, like over here near the wall.
When I close it, do I get a peek on what's inside?
With 2 successes for sure.
What...
You can just make out in the gloom a very tall looking dark droid, like dark colored droid. I guess most people will be familiar. It's the KX series, which is what K2SO is.
Yeah.
It's killer. All right.
Imperial security droid, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay, wow. And this,
yeah.
Hmm?
And I was just gonna say, and it's actually, it looks like it's tapping at one of the door controls for one of the cells on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay. So it's going to one of the prison cells that were not damaged, right?
Yeah, we'll say it's going to the number 22. No, number 20. It's going
Okay.
to number 20.
Okay.
So let me just uncover this little bad boy here.
Oh, you got already one.
Ungroup. There it is. Let's get rid of the D. Let's get rid of the red. Ah! Hold on. Ungroup it again. Ah! There's there's the token down here. There we go. All right. That was just the cover. So you saw it like around there. If we zoom in, you can kind of see that it's the KX series. Okay. Then the door slides shut. And we don't know where it is. We then rush over to the armory and open it. I guess we're all three going to the armory, right?
Yep.
Okay. And I think it's pretty safe to say it's not going to have everything, but it's going to have, in case of like a prison escape, they're going to want to try and contain them. So it's going to have a range of riot gear. So there'll be like a shield, multiple shields. It looks like this room is completely intact, hasn't suffered any damage. It's fully stocked.
Oh wow!
There's a number of like stun weapons, including stun batons and I can't remember what those spears are called with like a shocky bit on the end. You've seen some of the films. And I guess, does it have explosives? It's unlikely that the armory for a prison transport would have explosives, but we can ask the Oracle. Does one of you want to roll? If we get roll the 2d6 and look at the lower number. Does it have explosives?
Yeah, I could imagine something like stun grenades, like
Sure.
flash or
it'll definitely have stun grenades. I'm not talking about like actual like explosives, like thermal detonators or something like that.
So I'm rolling this time.
Yeah.
The highest or the lowest one?
The lower one.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Okay. So no, it's kind of like a no but. So there's no explosives. We can say, but there's like multiple. Oh, maybe because they're like shock grenades and shock things like that. There's also some stuff that could be used on droids potentially.
Like haywire grenades or something like that.
Maybe not grenades, but maybe I know they have these. I can't remember what they're called. They're like these little bolts. You can like magnetic bolts you stick on a droid and it makes them stop. Maybe we find some of those. Can't remember what they're called off the top of my head.
Yeah,
restraining bolts. Restraining bolts.
Yeah,
or restrainer bolts, something like that. So maybe have like there's a handful of them. Maybe one each. We each grab one. In fact, let's roll. One of you, Carmen. Why don't you roll d6? How many of these restraining bolts are there?
1d6. Wait. That is 2.
2. So there's 2 restraining bolts. That's fine.
Sure.
So who wants to take? I mean, the person with the high agility should take one, because it's probably a case of like rushing up and like sticking it on. And I think neither of our careers, Jakob, are good for like I don't think trying to like spin around and like whack a restraining bolt on a droid is gonna be in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, but we could give you 2 decks, and I give you covering fire. So
I agree.
You know, like you sneak into the entrance of one of the demolished cells, and I just pew 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 keep blasting, and when he just keeps walking towards me, you can.
Yeah. Okay. That was a giant asteroid, honestly.
Yeah. Well, that's why we take 2 of them, right?
Yeah, I think I only need 1 to restrain it, but yeah, let's see what we do there.
Double's better.
All right. I think at this point, we can maybe ditch the droid. There's the encounter table, because I was really using it to see whether we're going to get into the encountered bit. Maybe we can keep rolling for it. Let's keep rolling for it. So as we're in the armory, I think it makes sense to make another test.
Honestly, at least the droid can go outside. Like he can come through.
I've got an idea for this. Yeah, so go ahead and roll the 5
Yeah.
dice.
Yes.
Okay,
For-
so that
for
means
what-
it's
for
moving
what
down to
now?
6
Ah,
for
yeah,
the
okay.
encounter.
Mhm.
Encounter.
We can change his D to
Uh,
droid.
Yeah.
We have a 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the 6 means near, and I think for the 6 we start hearing pounding on the door, the bulkhead door. Steady pounding. We rush back out into the guard room, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a table or something we can take cover behind?
Sure. Yep. There's a table. We can say the table is like attached to the floor, but we can probably get it off pretty easily. What kind of tools have we got? I've got my tool bag, so I'd get my space screwdriver out. And start like removing let's say it's like a single large pillar in the middle that's bolted to the bulkhead, and the table's like a squarish table above it. So it's just a case of like removing 4 screws or bolts from the floor, and then we can tip it over. So I get to work on that. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm standing in the middle of the room, my guns out, and I look to you, Dex, and say, well, why don't you make yourself comfortable next to the door? And I,
Yep.
take the attention of this lowly chap.
All right. So I'm going crouching low into hiding, ready to jump.
Just at this moment, right when we're like getting ourselves ready, Jakob, you get or Gavo gets a trill in his comlink from the astromech droid. They are trying to cut through the door to the engineering bay.
Okay.
And we get a little update from the mouse droid as well, which says that the pirates have split up. That 2 of them are going to trying to go into the engineering bay, and the other 3 are opening the door to to go towards the turbo lift. So they've split up.
Okay. Yeah, cut off the power and come to us, because the elevator shaft is empty now because the elevator is on top, and then we should have 0G again, right?
I think we can decide. We can decide if we want to. We can cut the power to the main power to the ship, but we can keep certain systems on. I think we've kind of made that decision. We can keep some of the power on, or we can cut all of it.
The cells probably could keep the power to the cells and stuff like that, so we can free the prisoners.
Okay.
Yeah. And then because an astromech has like this little jet stuff at their feet, right? They have boosters, yeah. Then he can fly back to us through the elevator shaft. And they are occupied with the door and the
astromech can also go outside, like they can.
Yeah, that's true. But it's on the other side of the ship, right? Like we are on the astromech on the left hand side, and the holes are on the right hand side. So
the astromech basically tells you that he's opening the doors between engineering and reactor, and the reactor and the coolant, and it will close the reactor and coolant door behind it.
Yeah.
And it will close the door to the turbo lifts behind it. So it's opening a clear path before it shuts the power off, and it'll kind of close some of the doors behind it, which was a lot quicker than forcing them open. And we could just say maybe because the droid is controlling the doors, that it's putting like an encryption thing on that it can easily open them itself. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just kind of say that by the time we're finished, the droid is in the bottom of the turbo lift. I get the last bolt up, tip the table over, push it down. Okay. Is Dex gonna stay like back with us, or are you gonna like try and hide near the door?
I would try and hide near the door. Like, I'm really tiny, so I would guess that they will not be on the particular lookout for like small.
Sure.
Oh, you
And
could even hide on the
Which,
ceiling, right?
looks nice.
we've cut the gravity, so you could hide in the corner like some
Yeah.
sort of like Ringu, horror
Yes.
creature.
Yeah. I love that. I
Yeah.
crab walk the wall and sit to the side and just.
You're missing the long black hair, but it's you do your little you climb up into the
But I have
corner.
vampire teeth, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, you kind of you're achieving some sort of scary thing there. Okay, and go ahead and make another maybe the last of the encounter rolls.
Yes. And here we go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. So, encounter. That means with the kind of like squeal, we see that the door like buckle a bit, and it just like peels open, and we can see the K2, or sorry, the KX droid like just standing there pushing him like slowly but very steadily like open, and then it kind of like ducks its head because it's so tall and steps into the room as we both start shooting at it. So before you get a chance, so we're gonna both make it. We'll make both of us make a shooting test before we see if whether Dex can actually land on it. So go ahead and give me. Go ahead and make a shooting test. Yeah. So for you, you get the usual like tons of dice. It's wits plus 4 dice for your gunslinger and your dueling your blasters.
Those are 9. Say, hey pal, looking fresh. Yeah, that's one success.
Please.
One success.
That's one success.
Is definitely not enough on this thing. It's just like basically the hardest enemy in the game. You can reroll if you ever look on the side of the stunts as well. Remember, you can spend. You can basically use one of them. The only thing you can't use
still
is
momentum left.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, I think so. We can say that there's one momentum left. So that's one extra die you would roll. So go ahead and just roll an extra die as well.
Can I use it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 3. No, that's not an extra die.
But if you do push, you're pushing all 10. Yeah. Keep the 1/6 aside.
Yeah. And then I get 1 stress, right?
And you take one after you've rolled. Yeah, you take a stress.
Yeah, those are 2 more, I guess. Yeah, we are now total of 3
awesome.
successes. Yes,
that's good.
Yeah. All right. Well, this KX droid has a difficulty of 3, unfortunately. So they have a certain number of harm boxes. So basically means you do one harm to them, out of however many harm they have.
Yeah.
So you're that's quite a good result, really, because it's hard to actually inflict any harm on these things. I'm gonna go next. I'm kind of shooting at it as well. We've determined as well. We've mentioned before. I only get 1 for my career, but I do get a +2 for my heavy blaster pistol. So I'm rolling 4 + 2 + 1 is 7 die. The momentum is gone, so I'll just move that kind of off to the side there. Not a single success. Oh no. I will push it because I think it's worth. Because if I get any 6s, I can pass momentum on to Dex. There's 1 6, but there's only 5 dice have come out of my dice tower because 2 got stuck. Hold on. Okay, only 1 success. So that means I don't do any damage to it, but we're distracting it enough that I'm giving some momentum, which is gonna be I can give to Dex here.
All right.
So I guess narratively what we can kind of say is this thing probably is, they're made for security. They're made for like restraining people, ripping people apart. Like this one's clearly had some sort of like weird malfunction, or it's got some strange orders that it's kind of killing people. But they are used to like people like jumping on them or trying to get the jump on them. So I think it's still going to be kind of hard. I think I'd say you probably need at least I think we'll say two dice. Maybe even 3. I don't know. The general difficulty for this droid is 3, but it's I don't know. What do you think? Are you feeling lucky? You're gonna get 7 dice just for your career plus your agility.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true.
And
You're gonna get an extra dice for
bonus
the momentum.
And 1 momentum, yes.
and
So
maybe
it's
for
8.
the restraining bolt because it's specially made for droids.
So a restraining bolt. I mean, it's technically gear that's helping out here. So it will give you an
Yeah.
additional dice as well. So we're talking about 9 die, and I
Right.
think it makes sense if you're re-rolling too. So I think 3 is
Mhm.
probably a good number.
Yeah.
Because
It's
we want
only
this to
fair.
be a bit of an epic fight, not over too quickly, right?
Mhm.
And if you get really lucky, like you have done in Household many times, this might be over quite quickly. So let's give us a
Maybe.
roll as you like launch yourself quietly from the corner, like some sort of Japanese horror creature.
Yes. Let's go. Well, okay.
So 9 dice, yeah.
That is 2. Yeah,
Ooh,
that is 2. I will take a stress and re-roll the others to see if
yep.
I can get 2, 3.
Just one more you need then.
And yes. Oh, I got I got 2 more.
Oh yes,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
So now we have four successes. Wait,
Mhm.
let me hit the stress thingy.
Yeah, I need
As
to press for that too.
soon as I hit this thing, I start screaming. Like the silence is immediately over. I'm
Yeah.
kind of cussing and yeah, cussing this thing out to encourage myself and try and get this bolt right on his head.
Yeah. And
Like
you
I
succeed.
imagine just drop down on it and
And there's no gravity, so basically you like land on it and you're just like whacking the thing on. It's lifting its arm up to try and grab you off of it when you like activate the restraining
yeah.
bolt, and it basically, because there's no gravity or anything, it just kind of like stops there. So it's like in a strange pose, like reaching for its head. The lights go out of its eyes, and it's just a very heavy piece of metal in the doorway, or just inside the door, like just outside the door. We can go around it.
Mhm. Nice.
I have an idea, actually. If the pirates get close enough, we could kick it down the turbo lift shaft and remove the restraining bolt, close the door,
Oh wow.
and let it like attack the pirates.
Oh, we could reprogram it, probably.
Oh, I don't know. None of us are really like slicer types.
Yeah, but you got an astromech. Probably the astromech can do this.
I don't know if droids can
No.
reprogram other
I think
droids, especially not if they're like made for
yeah.
navigation. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
sure, astromech.
Um,
Or
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, but yeah,
Mhm.
we can weaponize this thing.
Yeah, sure.
and at least enough time for us to get away, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Um. Yeah. So we've
Yippee-ki-yay.
deactivated the droid. It's now standing sort of here
Mhm.
with you on its back, or near it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm still sitting on it. I'm not coming down.
You're perched on your victory. All right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What do we want to do?
Do you want to look for the other prisoners?
Oh, absolutely. And maybe we should look for additional spacesuits.
You hear Trill behind you as
And
your astromech droid comes zipping through the turbo lift too.
oh, good to have you back.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
still keep the second restraining bolt just in case if they still
Mhm.
got if the pirates got droids with them or anything.
Yep. In the
Yeah.
scenario I ran, the same scenario I ran last time, there were 2 of these droids, and there were 4 players, and it nearly wiped the 4 players. That's why there's only 1 this time. I did maybe
Yeah.
feel a bit easy, but it's kind of, it felt like it's either you either get lucky with your dice rolls, or it's almost like a party wipe, a sort of level of
Yeah.
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 Anyway, So I don't think there's going to be a
They
second
didn't have
one.
Carmen with them. The last adventure.
Definitely not.
Okay.
All right. So we go ahead,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I think we can basically let's just kind of we're gonna take a break in a second. I think it's safe to say the first 2 cells have been opened, and the prisoners inside have been killed, have been executed. There's a lot of blood. It looks very fresh. Looks like they've just been killed. The cells in 22 and 24 are still closed, but your key card opens it, and there are 2 prisoners alive inside.
Yeah, should be open. Because what happens now? We open the cell door and they immediately get sucked out because of the vacuum and
There's no
suffocate,
vacuum.
or
There's no vacuum. We closed the door behind
but
us.
yeah,
Oh,
but
there with
all the
25.
other
No, but those doors are closed. Those doors are closed.
yeah, they're closer. Yeah, sure. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. Then I think I stand in the doorway, both pistols out, and say, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is your lucky day. You are free to join the rebellion and get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. One of them's like, yeah, I'm already there, man. I'm already there. They've already got me on all these trumped up charges. I'm with you. Let's get out of here. And the other one's like,
Yes.
the other one's kind of a bit quieter, bit shifty looking maybe. It looks like is a Nikto. If you know what a Nikto is, it's one of the pirate. They're often pirates. I don't know if you know who Hondo Onaka is.
Spiky heads.
Hondo
Yeah, yeah.
Onako is I think he's a Nikto. So a bit of spiky bits on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Often pirates. They work for the Huts a lot. That sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
And he's kind of quiet, but says like, "You got a weapon?"
Sure, I got even 2, but those are mine. We got weapons in the back. You're with us, man.
Sure.
Cool.
I mean, what's the alternative?
And oh yeah, so can we? Oh, there's still no. Even if we close the doors to the medical bay and the carbonate storage, we can't. There's no atmosphere in the guard room, so now we have to do some logistics.
Well, I think as we close the door, because we still have the power on, it would have like immediately restored atmosphere to the room. Maybe it's a bit thin, so you wouldn't want to be in there for too long without a helmet or anything. But let's take a quick break. As we've got our prisoners, and I guess a 10-minute break, so you can do cat stuff, Carmen.
Yeah.
As per usual.
All right.
Okie doke. So we'll catch you all in 10 minutes.
Okay.
All
right. Bye, everyone. See you later.
Bye.
All right, we're back. Okay. I did not have enough time to create a little token, but let's make a little circle. We've got a green circle for one of the dudes, and we'll do a red circle, I guess, for the other one. Oops. Just change the colors of this one.
Mm-hmm.
So the less enthusiastic one was a Weequay?
Nikto.
Nikto. Okay. So not the sort of alien that Captain Hondo is, but
Okay, yeah, he's a wiki. Yeah, that's right. Nikto is...
Weequay.
If you type in Nikto, Nikto, you might need to do Star Wars as well. If you look at the
Okay.
feed.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, yes, like horns.
They're in
or
Return of the
beavers,
Jedi for the first time, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're kind of similar to the wikis. They're both kind of around the same place, but
Okay.
yeah, they're still traditionally like used as often pirates and criminals and work for the huts and that sort of thing. So, yeah. Not to stereotype, of course. This could be.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars.
Might play a game of switcheroo.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
Yeah. While.
And we'll say I don't know which
so
one's which.
There's no.
But yeah.
Sorry.
Yep. I'm just gonna say there's two of these tokens. I'll put a little letter on one of them, so you know. I'll put a N for one and a. Should we just say the other one's a human, or should we say something? No, let's make him. What's think of an alien race off the top of your head? A Rhodian. Let's make him a Rhodian.
Oh, the small one with the gill cheeks.
Oh, Celestin.
Probably,
God, look at me go. Do you remember the guy who's like Lando's friend in Return of the Jedi?
Yeah, the one that's also an X-wing and.
Yeah, can you see the stream? Is this the guy?
Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Those guys.
Yeah. So Celestin. Yeah. Okay. So we got an S for Celestin. We'll make the red guy Celestin. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll put an S and an N, so you know who's who.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And which it was a Celestin that the KX unit was tampering around with the door, wasn't it? Because he was hacking away on the console.
No, he was hacking away at the number 20. So 22 and 20. Okay. They were in 22 and 24. These two. So right. He'd actually gotten to the other one.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll unleash the fat one.
Mm-hmm.
Fat cat, by the way, to people wondering what she's talking about.
Yeah. It's a big orange cat.
All right, so they're kind of. I guess we can just move us all into the guard room here.
Yeah. Do we still leave the barge with the frozen guy, or do we get him moving?
Well, we could.
Whatever we want to do, I guess. It's however we want to play it.
I think we should. If we are trying to make a run for our ship, and possibly like playing on unleashing this droid into something, we should carry everything with you that we deem like salvageable.
Yeah.
We kind of have a logistical problem too, though, right? Because we only have one spacesuit and 2 freed prisoners, so we can't really do a spacewalk without leaving one of them behind.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
There was a dead pirate, but we pushed him off into space.
Yep.
Yeah, and his spacesuit was pierced.
I mean, we could have stripped him out of it and tried to repair it, theoretically, with the medical bay or something. But And we could check the medical bay and see if there's happens, or the armory. We didn't check. Did we check? We didn't check for a spacesuit in the armory. So
yeah.
let's just ask the Oracle if we had. Who wants to roll for it? Well, it'd be unlikely, I think.
Yeah.
So
I
two
mean,
dice.
we both of us, we are armoring the prisoners in the armory, so we can look out for a spacesuit.
So let's make a roll to see
well.
as we go in, as we take them kind of into the armory. Who wants to
Okay.
make the? Why don't you make the roll, Jakob? 2 dice, and you're taking the
Okay,
lower
sure.
number. Is there an extra suit in there? No.
Nope, it's a 3.
Okay. Oh, that stays there. That guy. We'll leave the astromech to kind of keep an eye on the turbo lift. Okay. Yeah. So they kind of are looking at weapons and stuff. I think the Nikto is kind of like taking lots of weapons. He's taking like he's taking like some riot gear, like armor. There's like
Mhm.
an armor, like a kind of breastplate and a little helmet, like a riot helmet kind of thing. A shield, a stun baton, which he kind of like hooks. He gets like finds like a belt. He kind of like is hooking stuff onto the belt. Finds like a blaster pistol, just like a standard issue kind of like blaster pistol.
Mhm.
And
I
yeah,
take a
he's
stun baton with me,
okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and add it
like
to your
hook it
sheet.
behind a belt or anything.
Go ahead
I
and add
take
it,
the stun.
like
I
copy
take
and
some
paste one of them
stun
to your sheet.
credits.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the Celestin is kind of like, just kind of looking like, looks a bit confused. You get the impression that he's not really like a warrior or like a fighter, and just grabs a stun pistol
Okay.
and nothing else.
Oh, he doesn't. Do he fit? Does the spacesuit fit to him? Like he's just like height of a toddler or something like that, right?
A bit bigger than that. He's kind of like maybe
Yeah, okay.
like my son's age, like my son's height. So like, like a
Yeah.
10, 11 year
Okay.
old, but like wider.
Okay, so but
I mean the Nikto is probably going to
how
fit in
big
it
is
better.
how big is the spacesuit? How big?
I
is
mean
the spacesuit?
the Empire is all about humans, right? So it's going to be average human, whatever that means. So like
Yeah.
1
So
7.
he's like
If you're like between 165 and 2 meters, it can like extend or stretch a bit for you, and he's a little bit under that mark.
okay.
The Nikto will
Yeah,
fit
but
fine.
we can't fit the Nikto and the Celestin in one spacesuit. like with the like crammed in it with
Like
a baby
kobolds.
Bjorn or something like that.
Like stuffing a bunch of kobolds into a cloak or something.
Into a trench coat. No.
You have to play nice together.
Um,
you were locked in a cell for quite some time. You can share one spacesuit.
no, they won't both fit, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay.
The Celestin kind of pipes up and says, well, maybe there's something in the medical bay that can help. I'm thinking of I'm kind of trying to treat Star Wars as fantasy and not sci-fi, not hard sci-fi, right? If you remember in The Empire Strikes Back, where they hide inside the asteroid crater, and there's like the Minox that are like latching themselves onto the hull. They go out of their ship, and it's like they're basically in the vacuum of space, and they're just wearing these little like masks, but like nothing else.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe this giant like space worm thing has kind of got some atmosphere and it's inside its gullet or something.
Yeah,
But yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So
Very, very personal atmosphere.
yeah, and of course, like what happens with Princess Leia in The Last Jedi is also kind of like, well, she is kind of, that is like the vacuum of space, what's happening to her.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this weird thing where it's kind of like maybe you can survive for a little bit if you've got like a mask on and you can breathe. And a medical bay is going to have masks,
He's
right?
like
They'll
the
have
monkey.
yeah, they'll have like masks and stuff. So maybe he can kind of like if they need to be like we're like talking about spacesuits a lot around them, and they're like, oh, okay. Maybe we tell them what's happening. There's pirates who've just boarded. We're probably have to go fight them. The Nikto kind of like, you can see he gets very still when we start mentioning the pirates and that we might need a spacewalk. I think actually my character, I've got, so Nira has like her blaster pistol still in her hand, and she's kind of like, it's just like not pointed at anyone. She's kind of holding it, and she says, looking at the Nikto, what were you in for? What did they capture you for? And the Nikto kind of shrugs and says, just, theft. Petty larceny. Quite a secure ship to put a petty thief on. He shrugs. I don't make the rules. I might have tried to resist arrest a little bit too strongly.
Can I get a read on that guy? Like, see if he...
You can make a dice roll.
Same.
Empathy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
You can both try it.
Notorious gunslinger. Am I notorious enough to have lied a lot because I did some illegal dueling and rowdy behavior that would have got me in trouble if I did not lie one time or the other.
Sure, one die, and I think as a ghost operative, that's kind of like spy sort of stuff. Probably also one. I would probably get 2 as a smuggler captain. I'm quite good with these things, but I'm not going to roll. I don't want to roll for it,
true.
so I'd rather stay out of this one.
Yeah.
Nah, of course not. Nope.
Let's see. Well, one success.
Okay. You get the distinct impression that he's not really, that he's not really being either not being fully honest or he's leaving something out. But you can't really say more than that. He's not. Yeah, you're not sure if he's lying about the petty theft or whether it's petty theft and something else. What you could do is you could spend a luck to get an instant success. We might need it later, but that would give you 2 successes, which would be enough to maybe discern a bit more.
Yeah, not sure if it's worth it, considering the fact that we are going to fight a group of pirates.
Did we say anything about
fighting a group of pirates without any luck, but with not a heavily armed guy in our back?
Yeah, that might be true. I sacrificed the luck point.
Okay. He's definitely lying. And you recall that the pirate that you harpooned, you got a glimpse through their like visor before pushing them away. It was a Nikto as well. I mean, you don't want to kind of be speciesist and just say, all Niktos are pirates or anything like that, but it's, I mean, maybe a bit of a coincidence. There's thousands of different alien species.
Yeah.
I'm kind of squinting at him, and I'm telling, like, I don't know, do we have an internal comm amongst us 3?
Yeah, we've got like comm links,
like
so
a
I think
secure channel.
They're like hooked into our helmets. I guess. Yeah, sure, we can say that we can do it like that.
So I will relay this to the 2 of you. I mean, like, he is absolutely and definitely lying. And I also saw through the visor of the guy I killed that was also a Nikto. So maybe this crew is coming to get him. And I'm not sure if we should just dispose of him right now.
Well, that's a very short conclusion.
He starts pushing past us. He starts pushing past us.
Hey, nice tattoos, mate. And I point to his arms.
Huh?
That's a skull and crossbones on there?
No, he's got prison fatigues on.
Yeah, but are they long armed or short armed?
I guess sure he can have some. We can say he's got some tattoos.
Yeah.
Kind of creeping out under. He's got them rolled up maybe a little bit, and they're kind of like creeping down his arms.
Yeah.
There's no skull and crossbones, but they're kind of like aggressive looking tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
You think you can see a skull, at least one skull on there.
Okay. Okay. Okay, but I get no real reaction from him.
He just kind of shrugs. And he's trying to make his way out of the armory. He's now kind of fully kitted up. Grenades, stun weapons, pistols, armor, shield.
Okay. So I got stun grenades as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think we need answers. And I throw a stun grenade at him.
Okay. I mean, once
Yeah,
so it just floats right at him.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to give me a roll to see if you he's kind of the door's open between the armory and the guard room because you had there's no reason to kind of close it, I don't think. So he's kind of like in the doorway, stepping into the guard room. Make a roll to see if you actually, because if you can hit him with it, then it's gonna stun him. Otherwise, it might go past him, and he might not be taken out. So this is gonna be determined whether you're basically gonna make a roll for it. You get 1 die for the okay, I have to think. I actually haven't thought about how grenades work. We're gonna roll a number of dice to see the amount of stun damage they do if you're kind of successful with your throw. So we're gonna do 2 rolls.
Sure.
First roll is gonna be to see if you kind of manage to get it right next to him. Otherwise, I think if you fail, then we're only going to need one success. If you fail, then it's going to be whatever the damage roll you roll for it, it's gonna stress him out -1, if that makes sense.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Yep, that's exactly 1 success and 3 ones. I'm so
okay.
badly.
All right. So roll 6 dice for the stun grenade, stun damage. 6 is our.
Yep, that's 2 6s.
Okay. I think that's probably enough. Yep.
Yeah.
He's not he's not far from us, so I think everyone else is taking 1 stress damage.
Yes.
Okay.
From the effects of of a stun grenade going off literally 1.5 meters away. From my character, it's probably even closer. In fact, just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna give myself 2 stress because I'm saying he's kind of just shouldered past me. I was kind of standing near the door. Yeah. So I'm probably within the immediate blast range. And the Celestine's whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, and then I'll take him and put the gun on the back of his neck and then say, "Listen, friend, I don't want to be that guy, but you're telling us now what the whole deal is about you. We can't take the luxury of having someone on our back we can't trust completely, right?"
Make up your mind, bastard. Are you trying to free me? You're trying to kill me.
I try to free us all and keep us alive. So, tell me the truth, you fucker. I have to get a little bit rowdy. And I don't know, I probably less guns, blasters don't cock, but I want to increase the humming of my pistol battery or whatever.
I'm kind of silently to aid. I will creep up on him, to the side, and be like, we're going to activate the KX unit in a minute. So we might just leave you paralyzed if we don't trust you. And you can make it up with him. He was killing your neighbors, just so to say. So I will just, as aid to Jakob's Fritz.
A little bit of honesty as a token of gratitude to your saviors. Aye, mate.
Look, you said they're pirates coming on board, right? I might have dabbled
Yeah.
in piracy in the past, all right? I might feel a bit conflicted about
Haven't we
you
all?
killing pirates. So yeah, I'd prefer, like, if you start attacking pirates, I'm gonna feel conflicted. You just rescued me? Well, now you just shot me. Well, you zapped me with something. I don't know what it was. In my back, like a fucking coward. There's my F-bomb, sorry there. It's not really Star Wars.
Well, because you were lying. You were lying.
It's not nice to lie people who rescued you.
So you,
But sure,
you just
we
like
don't want to fight those
you just
pirates
like
either.
attack people who you think are lying to you? Last I checked, lying wasn't a crime. I don't know you.
Yeah, we don't know
Yeah,
you.
we don't
Can't
know you
take any
either.
chances. So will we leave this unlucky kerfuffle behind us and walk out there as friends? Or do you want to crawl back to your pirate comrades and, I don't know, go back to your old life of swashbuckling and piracy beneath the stars?
Well, if you're giving me the choice, you might as well hand me over to
You
the
would want
pirates.
to swashbuckle, honestly.
I don't really trust
would want
you.
to
I don't really
swashbuckle.
trust you anymore either, you three. If
That's
you're not
fair.
going to kill me, either kill me or, you know, if you can't trust me, then, yeah, let me go. Send me to the pirates. I'll tell them exactly how many of you there are. I'll tell them about
But
the
I'm a
KX
monster.
droid. Yeah, you look like a monster.
I kill him.
Yeah, you're wasting my time, man. Get me the handcuffs, and then probably you just execute this book.
The
the
armory.
good guys.
There's lots of handcuffs or like manacles
Yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
they are.
Like, I mean, this guy
In the
is
armory.
probably like, I probably will fry his brain if I shock him. I have a stun baton. Like how many times can you stun somebody before he just
I mean, you could just like hold it on him until he's like brain fries, if you want to kill him. It's not very Star Wars for the heroes.
Yeah, I mean,
I did execute somebody, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like literally saying like if we let him go, he will turn himself to the pirates and tell them everything. So, what choice do we have?
I would have cuffed him there, and but yeah.
Go, yep. While you cuff him, he's like, okay, so from one jailer to the next, huh? And then Nira like plays around with her pistol, and then shoots him with the like stun setting. You know, the like the circle, and he's like goes unconscious.
Also, okay. I thought you fried his brain out, and
And
like,
she says,
I'm
"We need to move.
We
need to move. Let's just like he's unconscious. Let's drop him down the turbo lift for his friends. I don't want to leave him here. He's like, okay, he's a pirate, but you know they don't like the Imperials. Who knows? Like, yeah, we've killed the pirate, but it's
the turbo lift.
Yeah. I mean, let's not kill him. I'm happy to kill Imperials.
Yeah.
Should we stuff this droid into the turbo lift?
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, I'm just saying, like, maybe the pirates don't. Maybe we shouldn't be too harsh on pirates, and then we're gonna turn the droid on the pirates. It's kind of like, maybe conflicting.
I mean, yeah, let's take the
ideologies here.
Probably one of our friends can reprogram him, and we have this guy on our side.
We get another of these anti-grav barges to carry him around.
There is no grav. Oh, there is, right?
No, there is grav.
No. There's grav right now.
Not right now.
Yeah.
Not right now? Okay, cool. Then
we turned it off, didn't we? I thought we turned it off because you were just hiding in the corner.
True.
Then I'm kind of just grabbing him by the foot and dragging this gigantic robot behind me. Like, this is my
Okay.
prize now.
All right. So
Hey, can you help
as
yourself with
as I
this
understand this, we're
forklift?
gonna stuff the Nycto in the turbo lift.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
his friends turn on the turbo lift, then it's their own fault.
Then he's then that's on their fault. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact,
We
let's just say
can put him back in the cell, but
they were trying to break into the engineering bay. Let's just say, as we're trying to decide what to do, them the power all of a sudden comes back on. We all like fall back down to the ground, making it more awkward to move the security droid.
Okay.
But
Do we find
they've
another
now.
anti-grav?
Sorry.
Do we find another anti-grav barge, like is with our little mural person? Do we find a second one of these?
There might be in the carbonite storage area for like kind of moving them around and stuff.
Also, probably in the med bay because
yeah.
like they are pushing patients around with that.
Yeah.
That's
There
true.
should be more than one.
Yeah.
In fact, let's just say the med bay definitely would have some sort of like stretcher that's on repulsors, so we can kind of maybe it's almost touching the floor when the droid lands on it because it's so heavy.
That's totally fine because I'm tiny.
But there's potentially aliens that are very big that are very heavy, so it's able to carry it. Yeah. There's like a little whine of repulsor engines. The Celestin pulls on the spacesuit when we kind of tell him to. And what are we gonna do with the Nycto? The unconscious Nycto, who's now handcuffed
in one of the cells again. They can free him if they want to.
Okay, we put him back in his cell. Sure.
Yeah, but what I want to do is, I say, okay, let's open the door to the carbonite room, and then I'll make this ship useless for our friends. Can't
So
have
there's
them follow us with an Imperial frigate, because I got my override scrapping stick.
Okay, well, you're already gonna use it on? I'm sorry, on the
on a console of the ship, so it scrambles the ship's
okay.
Internal, yeah.
Sure, I think you could probably find a console.
Digital
There's probably a
intel.
console in the guards room that it's able to like access the like main network of the ship, so to speak. Definitely the medical bay would have one too, I think. So there's plenty of options. Yeah, and you plug that in. Why don't you give me a your tech is only 2. No, I think we just use it as a narrative device.
Okay.
Yeah, so you basically like attach it, and it kind of like it needs to. It's like you're plugging a USB stick in, kind of, and you have to leave it in there. Well, it's like uploading its virus, and then we like push ourselves out into like it just starts kind of like going. You see the lights start flickering, and suddenly like we lose gravity again. First, that's the first thing that happens. The gravity goes out. We start floating. Gravity comes back on. We fall back down. That happens like a couple of times, and then it's permanently off. Then the lights go out. The red lights on, and like the secondary lighting or whatever it's called. And that seems to be the state now. It's back in a state of like emergency power. Okay. And the ship just like there was the sort of slight humming before when all the power came back on, and that just kind of cuts off as well, just completely.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I think. Let's go.
All right.
And yeah.
Should we try to negotiate with the upcoming pirates?
We could just make it straight from outside. We can just go straight to the hangar and just leave them.
Sure.
Well,
just wondering if do we need more of the cargo?
We could steal their ship too, actually.
And there's another ship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that would condemn them to die, but we could always come back with more reinforcements.
Depends on how much we want to cross pirates or not.
Well, we already crossed them if we spoiled their...
Oh, we killed one.
We spoiled their price, didn't we? Yeah.
Well, depending. I mean, the cargo is worth a lot.
True that.
There's a whole bunch of fuses, I think, so we might come to an agreement to just, harvest what's left, and just everybody leaves.
I mean, sure, if they stick to their end. But
Nira's like, I just wanted to get back to my ship, and
yeah, true.
If the pirates are stealing Imperial stuff, then all power to them. As long as they don't cross me.
Fine. I was just thinking that we could also make some money.
Oh yeah. I mean, if they're all trying to get to the bridge, then we can maybe, sneak around them and fill up our holds with stuff while they're not there and sneak away.
Yeah. Okay, let's
do that. Comrades, stuff your pockets with a little bit of the medical equipment. I say to the Soliston. Oh, but he did speak. He did speak.
He did speak basic.
Earlier, right?
Yeah.
In Return of the Jedi, he doesn't talk. He's like,
yeah, that's true.
You don't tell me what to do, you fucker.
He's actually really rude. We just don't realize it.
Yeah.
No, he's like he's excited about the medical gear way more than the weapons, and he's he's filling he's found a bag or like a duffel bag kind of thing, and he's just like filling it with Bacta and all sorts of like surgical equipment and stuff. Oh, this will probably be quite helpful to the rebellion.
Sure.
Yes.
Are you
absolutely?
Are you a doctor?
No.
Or anything like that?
I'm a mechanic. Maybe an explosives expert as well. But no, medical equipment can always.
Cool. I like to start fires, so we will get along well.
I despise weapons. I would take any weapons in my hand. I just take the bombs.
your two guns and grenades. Yeah. All right. So you fill up. He fills a bag with medical equipment, and we make our way outside of the ship and around. Mm-hmm. Let's consult the Oracle. Just say, did they leave a guard at their ship? I think it's likely. Shall I make the test?
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm rolling, and I'm keeping the higher die. So if I'm asking, did they leave a guard? A 5 and a 4. So there's absolutely a guard on their ship. When we get and we're kind of expecting. I think it's likely that there is going to be one. We're expecting it, but we're in a rush now. We're expecting them to be kind of almost making it all the way to the turbo lift now. They've definitely made it to the engineering bay. So if we can kind of we're not too worried about making noise because we can see our ship. So let's try and handle this narratively. Let's all make a test for an attack roll. Just a standard attack roll. And let's say
we just intimidate him. That's one guy against 4 any KX unit. I mean,
well, that's lying prone on a barge, and we just
but we are three persons with guns against one. He literally outgunned.
4.
So.
4. He doesn't.
Is he scared? So one of you make it roll 2 dice. The likelihood is yes. Is he scared? Do we scare him off?
Yeah, it's a 5, 2 5s even. So
he runs up the loading ramp onto his ship because he's kind of standing near the bottom of the ship, and the ramp goes bzzz, and closes. He's probably gonna radio or calm his friends. Okay, we gotta. Let's get the droid and the carbonite guy on the ship. The rest of us, let's go grab a cart. Let's go grab something from the cargo bay. 2 crates. More. We can't afford more time than that. And let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Go.
Let's make a run for it.
And the astromech gives orders to the astromech to start prepping the ship. So it just takes a little bit less time to jump to hyperspace. And I think we could just kind of finish off there. I don't want this to be too long, this episode, but yeah, I think if we're happy, all happy to kind of leave it there. We can say,
yes.
He calls for the pirates. Maybe just as we're loading the 2 crates on, the pirates, a couple of pirates come running down the corridor, shooting at us. The guy gets his courage back and comes out from under his out from his ship, and they're just shooting at us as we kind of get back on board, and the ship takes off. And they don't come after us because they're we want this frigate, or we want to loot the frigate.
You.
And we jump to hyperspace, and we've managed to get two more rebels to the cause. At least one already rebel freed one already dangerous rebel. And as we unfreeze this guy, actually, it turns out that he is an ex clone trooper.
Ooh,
who was basically was had his inhibitor chip damaged somehow, so didn't actually go through with Order 66. If you know anything about the prequel stuff,
yes,
and has kind of devoted his life to fighting the Empire. So yeah, I kind of like a basically trained in military tactics and stuff from being grown rather than birth, and probably quite a good asset to the rebellion. So as a general kind of type of person. So yeah, that's who we freed.
As long as he still lives.
Yep. And he's probably he's a bit older. And yeah, we've got a Celestin mechanic demolitionist to join the cause as well. In fact, he probably wants to join the crew of the ship. So, yeah.
We make a casting later.
Of course, we adopt him. We need more little guys.
Yeah.
I didn't. There's these name generators for all the major species from Star Wars, and I have looked at Celestins in the past. And they have really funny names like Jeebs, and I can't remember exactly, but they have really really weird funny names. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the end of the scenario. It's kind of interesting. I've run this twice now. The previous one was kind of they managed to get lucky with they got to the bridge, and they got really lucky with the gunnery rolls, and they ended up blowing up the pirate ship before it could dock. So that kind of the rest of there was no other major threats. They encountered the KX droid very quickly, immediately down on the engineering deck. And as I said, nearly wiped the party.
Oh, wow.
But they did take him out, and then the rest was kind of, it was a single session, but it was a single session because they took out the pirates, really. So kind of cool to see the two different ways the scenario is run. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Yeah, it was fun. Kind of felt a little bit like we were mixing up a little bit of co-op, solo stuff with, with me having kind of knowing some of the information, having thought up this scenario in advance. But yeah, thanks for helping. Any feedback on the system?
Yeah, we didn't use the progress tracker this time, right? Because we were at the objective tracker, I mean.
Yeah, so the scenario only had so what is going on? We kind of, so that's the kind of for me that's the kind of the kind of woolly one, because at some point you do figure out what's going on. And that was more a case of you might figure it out earlier rather than later. I think these are solo trackers from the Alien game, so that if you're don't need to do any prep. So this would basically be like you still don't know what's going on because you have that tracker's not going there. But once you get to the objective, then you would roll on some other oracles to kind of figure out what you've discovered. Whereas this one was more a case of like rolling on it regularly. It did feel like the odd one out of all of them for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of more scenario specific than the game engine, because that's literally just something I stole from Alien Evolved Edition.
Okay.
Yeah. But I actually like rolling for encounters and stuff on the side. Like that's a really nice dynamic.
Yeah. It feels like you kind of know there's tension there, isn't there? It's like you know something's coming. You might not know what it is. I know what it is, but we could have also like left it blank and could have rolled on like a random table or something. But it's a really I really like it. And when I ran this with Rasmus as well, with actually running Alien with these same tables, so he's experienced this exact same thing with me. But as an actual co-op thing, and if anybody's watching, we did this on the channel as well. If you look up the Alien co-op one shot that I ran a few months ago, and that was really fun. That was my first experience with these tables, and I was like, oh, this is really cool. It's very specific to sort of a ship crawl, I think. Or if you could use it for like a city crawl, if there's like people chasing you or something or coming after you. But it's not like universally applicable for all sorts of different things. But yeah, I kind of thought I wanted to try them out again. And they make the most sense with a ship crawl, which is why this was a ship crawl again, even though it's, Star Wars.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you have
Sure.
to. You have to take over ships at some point.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, anybody who's watching, have a look in the links in the description. There is a Discord channel in there, which is the main place that I'm most active. If you want to talk about the episode, the rule set, anything like that. If you want to get in on the on any playtesting for the second edition of Year Zero Mini, which I'm currently kind of working on and playtesting, that's the place where you'll kind of get it, like see invites and asking people to feedback. So if you want to see more of this, check it out. Year Zero Mini First Edition has been out for it's been on sale for 5 years. There's a link to that also in the description. It's on DriveThruRPG. But again, I'm kind of working on a second edition, and that's what this was a playtest for. So yeah, Discord if you're a Discord user. If you're not, then it's not so bad if you're not joining a huge server. Like if you've joined in the past and you joined like a video game server and they're like 30,000 people, then that's a very different experience to like a few hundred role-playing servers where it's often, days without anybody chatting in any channel. It's much easier to keep track of things. Anyway, thanks both of you for playing as well. And in 2 weeks' time, we're going to be returning to our household campaign. And as we're kind of heading up the stairs, we've reached the top of the stairs, and a new world awaits us all. A new region.
New extremists.
Yeah.
A new flavor of extremists await us. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
New flavor of racists await us.
I was gonna say exactly the same. New flavor of racism. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So these ones aren't antagonists towards you yet. But yeah. Maybe they'll keep the other racists away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's in 2 weeks. Really looking forward to coming back to that. We've not played for months and months, so we need a full group to kind of get started back with it, which is why we're doing this in between. Rasmus has some stuff on the last few weeks, so yeah, we're waiting until we've got everyone together. But as long as everyone's healthy, we're going to do that in 2 weeks' time, and we'll get cracking. The next probably few months are going to be household on the channel, so I'm very excited. I know the players are really excited, and if you haven't kind of caught up with it and you're interested, go to the main channel for this channel, and you'll see a playlist with all the existing household videos, so you can get caught up. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah. See you.
Until then, bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.